Well, where'd Ray go? He's supposed to monitor this thing.
Oh,
Right here. Oh, sorry. Okay, Ray, back to you, Ray.
all right. Well, thank you very much, Brian. So here we are, back to John. Well, actually, start firing your questions at John, and keep them. When John's not here to diagnose or cure your disease or something like that, just general questions about how the product works and that type of thing. And John can help you out. John is an expert on acupressure. I am not, but John is the guy. He's been a trainer to police departments and teaching people how to fight. And he's been in the ring and he's been a champion and all that kind of thing. So he's the guy that can answer those types of questions.
See how good I am. I answered them all just like that.
Yeah, I tell you, wow. I think you've answered all the questions before, John.
I have one. I can't find my little hand to raise my hand, so I just have to shout it out. I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of neck pain. What's your favorite point?
Neck pain?
Yeah. Besides going around the actual painful spot.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
There is no favorite point.
Okay.
Because neck pain can come from 1,000 different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you really got to kind of do a little trial and error if you're not a physician or a doctor on yourself to try and kind of dial it in. Where is it generalized or is it same all over the place? You know what I mean? It's just it's one of those things. Did you sleep wrong on your pillow last night, or did you drive a long distance and didn't have your seat in a comfortable position? There's just so many things. But generally speaking, gallbladder 20 right behind the ear, and on each side at the hairline beside the spine, that right at the end of the hairline. Not where your hair's hanging down, but where the hair stops growing, basically. Pretty much covers a full spectrum of issues. You know what I mean? Most of the time, it's some kind of static fixation. Slept wrong in a fixed position, or drove a long way with your head in one position, not really looking around much. You're on a 4-lane highway driving for hours and hours, And it's a matter of increasing blood flow, circulation to the area, and then just getting some movement as that's increasing. That's the best thing I can tell you on that.
Does it also depend on where you carry your stress from too, John? Like some people carry their stresses in different areas.
Well, usually neck pain is not a stressor. It's either going to be a headache or it's going to be kind of upper back, shoulder trap. There's a stressor pain more so than neck pain. Neck pain more than likely comes from an injury or static fixation, or sleeping on something wrong with your head at the wrong angle, that kind of thing.
Right.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard too many people with stress pain in the neck. Mostly it's like the traps, trapezius muscles, rhomboids, that type of thing. Or, the lower trap that goes up from the ear down, but it's still a muscular thing. It's not what you would call a spinal neck issue or compression or whatever.
Do you usually use any distal points like LI4, LI11, anything like that, or just stick with the GB20 and around?
I would keep it more isolated with the with the gallbladder 20 and that because again the distal point are there multiple functions throughout the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't want to create something that you don't have. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Ghislaine, did I say it right? You
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm wondering what point for schizophrenia?
That is a really good question because I don't have a ton of experience with that because in order to see if something works, you need somebody that has that problem. And in my situation, I just haven't dealt with it that much. But I know that the gallbladder 20 and the temple points can have a profound effect, on stabilization. But that's as much as I know about that. I can't answer that question
Yeah. So you
to
said
my
gall,
satisfaction anyway.
yeah. So you said gallbladder and what else?
Temple points,
Temple points.
right on the
Okay.
temple. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I need to
And then of
talk to
course,
someone.
one of the things that also does help if you have a card is just the pathway, the energy pathway of the brain to make sure that it's going in a clockward motion and not a counterclockwise.
Yeah. Okay.
That will also stabilize that situation as well. You know what I mean by taking the card and just
Yeah.
clockwise circulation over the top of it?
Yeah, clockwise. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to talk to the people. My friend, her son has schizophrenia, and she's at the point she does not know what to do with him. So I
Have you
want.
tried have you tried the
No,
card and
no, we just got it today.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
May
and
surprise you. It may surprise you.
yeah,
I've done it in shows.
yeah,
Uh, not so much schizophrenia, but related issues.
yeah,
And you could see stabilization almost immediately.
yeah.
But most of the time, when you have a negative thing like that, you'll find that the energy flow is reversed, going the
Okay,
opposite direction that it's supposed to. You'll
all
find
right.
if you test somebody that has pain in the arm and down from their shoulder, you'll see that that energy has been blocked or reversed. And
Wow.
so a lot of times, just by opening that pathway up with like a card, running
Yeah.
the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
will have a pretty profound effect.
Yeah. Okay, so when her son comes over, I'll try to get her to come over, and we can do that with him.
Yeah, try. You might
Yeah.
be surprised.
Yeah, and if we have results, we'll let you know.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And would you use the intelligence rather than the relief on the temples and
Oh,
GB20?
yeah.
Is it an intelligent issue, or is it a synapses issue, and the firing of the synapses and the communication? I have a feeling to think it's more a circulation synapse issue, pathway issue. So to me, I think the relief would be better. But again, I'm going on my general experience and not giving you. I can't give you 100% answer because I didn't research it to that degree that I can be positive on my answer.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I have a question about the reverse polarity issue. When you say to put the card clockwise, is that clockwise like
From the top of the
from
head.
which? Yes, but
If you were looking straight
facing
down on the
forward
top
or
of the
back?
head. What's that? Say that again.
Yes, but like clockwise from the front or the back? Like which direction?
No, clockwise is a circular motion over the top of the cranium, not front to back. It's a circular motion around the top of the cranium, ear to ear.
Oh, I understand what
front to head. Front to back is a lateral motion. That's not a clockwise motion.
They'll do the same thing.
Well, if someone's standing in front of you and facing you, and they do it clockwise on you, or as you do it from the back of the person, it's going to be the opposite direction. So from which direction
No,
do
it
you do
won't
it?
be. Clockwise is clockwise. No matter where you stand, up in your head, upside down. Clockwise moves from basically left to right. Okay. So if you're standing behind somebody, okay, I don't know if you can see my hands. If this is their head, and I move left to right, that's clockwise. If I'm in front of them and over top and I'm moving left to right, that's still clockwise. It's the same direction.
Okay, okay.
You get me? You
Yeah,
look you look
yeah,
confused. Yeah.
Well, you-
Take a
like what
clock
you're
off
saying,
the wall with the second hand moving. Put it on top of the head, stand behind them. Which way's the second hand moving?
okay,
Clockwise. Stand in front of them, put the clock on their head. Which way's the second hand moving? Clockwise. You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
Stand
yeah.
beside them and put it on top of clockwise is left to right. No matter upside down, inside out, left, right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Don't
I thought it might be
complicate it.
different.
Don't complicate
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
it. Yeah. An easy way to remember it though. Think of your right hand, right ear. So it's right ear to left ear, right ear to left ear, always. That would be a
Okay.
simpler way that you get it. Okay.
Or you just think of bolts, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I was doing it correctly, that's all.
No. It's such a perfectly good question. Because in your mind you can turn it upside down, inside out. And you can start confusing yourself, but when you really put it in reality, then you kind of can get it back together. The energy flow.
Yeah. Well,
The energy flow. Let me make sure I have this right. Yeah. The energy flow comes up the back and down the arms. Okay, up the back and down the front of the body. So when you're reacclimating that energy flow, you're traveling the same direction. But the brain is different. The brain's like this sphere with this energy flow around it, and it goes in a clockwise motion for positive thought process and activity. And if you don't believe me, take your card and watch how confused somebody gets by doing a counterclockwise motion on top of their cranium with the card. You can see it in their eyes. Their pupils will dilate and change differently. Then go back clockwise and you'll see the reaction in their eyes where they come alive again, so to speak, open up and absorb again. You can actually see it in their eyes. Yeah. It's cool stuff. I used to do it all the time, and I'll take the biggest, strongest guy I could find, and I would disrupt their energy flow and make them weak as a baby. And they would blow their mind. Then I'd make them strong again, and they would just like, how'd you do that? You didn't even touch me. It was a disruption the way you do with the energy flow.
Well, thank you for explaining that in depth. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no worry. I just rather you for sure understand than be confused about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's very important. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Times to go around.
What's that?
When you're going clockwise around, how many times?
Well, there's the numbers, the significance of 369 and the energy of them numbers. So
Sure.
I either do it 3, 6, or 9 times, depending on the situation. That's I mean, do I have a scientific research document proving it? No, only general application where I see a difference if I do that trend, and the further gone or the further confused or more out of whack, the more times I go around, but I always stick to 3, 6, 9. It's an easy system to remember. There's energy in them 3, 6, 9, and the problem with 8 is great, but think of what 8 represents. It actually goes different directions. Letter 8, you know what I mean? So, we want that 3, 6, 9, because of the nature of what they represent one way, so to speak.
So if I just did 9 all the time, I'm pretty well covered. I don't have to worry about 3 or 6.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Just got to do more to do 9.
Well, I'd rather overdo it than
I'm
underdo it.
lazy. 1, 2, 3, get out of here.
Thank
Just do
you.
the square root of 9, Brian.
There you go. There you go. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. You know.
I got lots of time. I'm good.
Well,
Now I used to have fun.
Tesla was very big
shows.
into.
You know, I used to really have a lot of fun at the shows because I do all this manipulating things, showing that energy is real, the effect on the body is real.
Yeah.
I can sit here and I can talk like really, really negative, and I can just draw everybody's energy right on a Zoom call, and you'll feel yourself getting like, man, I don't want to listen to this guy anymore. You ever do that? You ever listen to somebody talk that has low energy, low vibration? Even if they're talking about a good topic, you're sitting there going, I can't listen to this guy anymore,
Yeah.
even though it's a really interesting topic.
Toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Won't
That
find
way
that with
every day,
won't
John.
find that with quantum people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then I can talk stupid about nothing just with a high energy level and just get so excited because I'm so excited about talking about nothing. Wow. You know what I mean?
Uh,
But I used to have a lot of fun at the show, just messing with people, and then improving them. Everybody says, well, I don't see how something like that could work. Well, I said, you can pick your cell phone up and call to California. There's no wires. There's nothing flying through the air you can see, but that works, right? But you don't understand it.
well, it's like I tell people about gravity. You might not believe in gravity, but jump off a building, you'll find out it's real.
Yeah, for real. For real.
You have any more questions for John? Oh, there we go. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hi. Uh, I asked these questions to Brian, but when Brian, if I asked John about this,
Go ahead, Eddie. He's smarter
Yeah.
than I am.
Well, I don't know.
Oh
I
yeah.
have a friend of mine. I should have specifically asked what is specifically wrong with their eyes. His eyes is fading, and his hearing is his eyes has to have an operation. One is for cataract, and I don't know what else. And his hearing is just about gone. He's wearing hearing aids. So any product we can use for him that's good for him.
You know what I found out with people with hearing aids? There's the little bone that vibrates in the ear and all that. That's about center of the ear. And if you would and I found that if you use a energy disc, a higher vibration disc, right dead center on the ear, against the ear, right on the cranium, that sometimes it gets pretty cool results. I mean, people will actually take their hearing aid on and go, you know what, I hear better. You know what I mean? Not better than a hearing aid, but I hear better than I could before without the hearing aid. You know what I mean? I played with that a little bit, and then the other thing with the higher vibration rate of the energy disc was hydration. A lot of times, a lot of the eye and the hearing issues, and you check their hydration, and they're in that 10% or more dehydrated state. And every cell, every organ, every function of your body is relying on hydration and that pathway to move energy through the different pathways and the vascular system. When you get dehydrated, your blood gets thicker and it carries less nutrients, less energy. You know what I'm saying? So normally, a lot of times I'll address hydration and then placement, and usually with very positive results.
What
So we
about
got to
the
remember, guys, that we function on vibrations, but the vibrations influence the metabolic functions. The metabolic functions are directly related to your hydration, your nutrition, your electrolyte, Pedialyte balance, all them mechanics that make the metabolic processes work. You can't ignore one and expect a magic sticker. You know what I mean? If the hydration ain't addressed, the proper nutrition isn't addressed, if they're deficient in an element or something, you can't fix it with a magic sticker. You got to go the full gambit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't get one-tracked mind and forget about the natural things in life like nutrition and hydration, mineral balances, and that thing, and think that the sticker is going to do anything. The sticker will influence the body, the disc, the sticker, whatever you want to call it, will influence the body to function right. But if the other elements aren't there, it's still not going to function. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. What about the eye? Any thoughts about product can help him?
Any what?
Any thoughts, our product about his eye problem?
About the eye problem? I mean, there's so many different problems, but Ray, did you ever do a vision? I know we were talking about it at one time.
I had a guy had a detached retina, and he had surgery. It was like emergency surgery, and his doctor said it'd take like 12 weeks to heal or something. And he asked me what to do, and I told him to just put relief stickers all around his eye. And he healed in like 3 weeks, and the doctor was amazed, did not know what happened.
Well, you know, the cool thing, and now that you say that as well, you know, with some of my shooters, you know, my competitive shooters, we'll put a relief disc right here in the corner of the eye on each side, and their vision is much more accurate and consistent. Now, whether that is from increased blood flow to the eyes or whatever, or I don't know. I don't know the reason why. I just know that the vibration helps vision. You can do that to yourself right now. Put a relief at the corner of your eye and watch how much clearer your eyes get. You know, everybody here can do that and say it works.
Yeah, we also had a big group in Japan years ago when I sold this through another company, and this lady put relief stickers on all the wrinkles on one side of her face. It made a big difference of removing wrinkles.
Yeah, they do.
So there's a lot of uses. You have to experiment with these products and sort of see what works for you. Everybody is different, but that's what's neat about this product. It's sort of an experimentation type thing, you know, for
well, Ray, I had a bunch of women that they used to wear them that full mask to sleep, that dark mask, help with their sleep. And we put relief discs all around them, and they would put them on at night and the wrinkles would be gone in the morning. It would last all day. And then they put them on at night again, the wrinkles would be gone. And they got in such a habit of doing that. It was like better than putting creams and stuff on to get rid of the wrinkles. Yeah. But it was a mask. I remember they sent me a whole bunch of them. It covered like around your nose, your cheeks, and up around the eyes like that, covered the whole thing. And we did that, and it really worked well for them.
Was it like the Phantom of the Opera mask?
Yeah, it was like it was a sleep mask, but like an oversized thing. Just didn't cover your eyes. It didn't cover your nose, the bottom of your nose. It went from the nose to like the forehead.
Right.
And you could disc it up, and they get rid of the wrinkles in the forehead and around the eyes, all that stuff.
There we go, Ray.
Yeah, the women loved them. The women that I was doing them for loved them. I kept getting more of these things in the mail, and I'm like, what the heck are these? They wouldn't even tell me who they were from half the time. They call me like after I got them. I'm like, I don't even know why I got these things, you know?
Is you saying?
Yeah. Since it's a hologram, let's say you just want to put it around the eye, could you like cut it in half and then just put it all the way around?
Well, if you cut them in half, you're probably going to disrupt the frequencies and they're not going to work right.
Oh, okay. Just the fact that it was a hologram, I figured it would still be. Okay.
They'll actually,
Yeah.
As long as
good.
they're not damaged, they'll maintain that frequency for a long
Okay.
time, but you
Okay.
cut them or damage them, it disperses the frequency, it leaks out, so to speak.
Yeah. It's good to know so nobody tampers with it.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Sure, my pleasure.
Well, if nobody has any other questions, we're a little bit past our time. We can wrap it up for tonight.